Does the extension look even worse now than it did 1 year ago?
Well, it can't because he doesn't have a year left now. So it's a good thing that his contract's running out. But at the time, yes. In hindsight's a wonderful thing. The Dragons did go early. But I mean, every club, a lot of clubs do it. I think West Tigers extended Madge Maguire and punted him. But yeah, to answer the question, in hindsight, yes, it's not a good look. I think the club, if they had their time again, would certainly be a little bit more proactive. You would hope so. Your thoughts, Jack?
I think it looks a hell of a lot worse than last year. Yeah, I think it was a short-sighted decision and not the first time we've seen the Dragons do it. I
bet they don't extend him again now.
Yeah, but I just feel like the damage has been done. It's they're not going to extend him again, but I just kind of feel like it's had the effect and is the effect that he's had on the Dragons and their poor couple of seasons. It's not purely on him, but the last few seasons where they have done poorly, is that going to kind of deter players from making a switch over to the Dragons? Maybe not. But yeah, I think it's definitely had a negative impact on the Dragons.
I'll just say quickly to that, Jack, because I know we've got a lot of questions. The problem is that it doesn't deter players to come to the club, but it just means the club has to pay more money to get that player to the club.
Mm. Yeah, well, we kind of picked up your scrap, so I don't know if the.
Oh, come on!
We have.
Jacob, you know what? Jacob Little might not be your player of the year.
Well, if Jacob Little was such a great player, why were the Tigers happy to part ways with him?
I think it was just the fact that
I know you got Api Coruscant and he's a premiership winner. But...
No, I get that. But the West Tigers didn't give up on Little. I mean, he played 7 seasons at the club and only managed 70 games, something like that. So they saw him through his darkest times and they gave him every chance. I just think at the time when Coruscant came around, the West Ashfield club who own the West Tigers said, we need some wins. And they went another direction. I didn't think it was anything personal. I think the West Tigers did everything they could to make Little the player they thought he was going to be. And you know, if he didn't have the injuries he had, I mean, he could have been the player. So I think from the West Tigers' point of view, I'm sure they'll be very happy if he kills it for the Dragons. But, you know, you got Little there, you got Coruscant who's coming up off contract, and they threw the money at him. So it's nothing personal. And I think West Tigers did everything they could to develop him. It's just, you know, it's just business, really.
Next question comes from Ben, also on Twitter. He said, how much longer do the fans of this club have to sit around and watch management preside over a bunch of blokes that clearly take wearing the red V for granted?
I'll leave this one for you, Jack.